You were saying before the movie started that you made this, this was all filmed last year, and so I'm curious what it felt like for you guys, both of you this year, seeing in the news that guy in Pittsburgh shooting up that women's aerobics class, what it felt like watching people show up at presidential rallies with President Obama with loaded guns, protest, what that felt like for you guys seeing that in the news after having made a movie that was as powerful as this.
Joe, come on. Shouldn't you answer this question?
No, for example, we have in Europe, like in Germany, we have big censorship. Yeah, all my movies, like, are almost all on the index, and they're all cutted, heavily cutted. And only we are Austria, you can import it to Germany. What everybody's doing then also, what is in a way absurd. But of course, this will get on the index, because in Germany was that amok run in Winneden, where the guy shot 22 people. And I had a big discussion, we had a public screening in Germany, and I got immediately like heavy negative feedback. And I said, look, the thing is, what the people should acknowledge, like the adults looking movies, and they think they know everything better, that I don't think people run amok because of video games, horror movies, whatever. I think there's a reason why they run amok. You know, there's a reason why the pilots were flying in the fucking World Trade Center. It's not coming out of nowhere, it's a result of other people's behavior. And so you can have like a mental illness, whatever, but I think we have to take it a little more serious than people running amok, in a way that something is wrong and ill in our society, that we don't have people to look up for anymore. You know, and this is the thing, but of course it's also, take Obama, like our guy is talking about change, because this was the time where Obama came. But now where he is in charge, it's tough for him to change anything, you know? And this is the thing, what is the bitter pill, and I think a lot of people are not willing to take it anymore, that there is no change, and that we actually don't try to solve, or don't solve our basic situation. I think there is an inner feeling in everybody, like I'm a little older generation already, I'm over 40, but in that generation of the, let's say, the last 15 years, is that feeling that something is not working anymore. You know? And when Evan says, like, only on the side, like, we have 70 million more people every year on Earth, and at the same time we all know that oil and gas and everything is limited. And at the same time, everybody says every day, like economic growth is the most important thing for everybody of us. But economic growth means always more resources getting used, right? So, and I think instinctively everybody feels that we're going down the drain. You know, it's like, in a way what he says is true. It's very cynical, but it's true. It is a downward spiral to the end, because it's poor mathematics. If everybody who can just account, who is not totally stupid, sees it that there's no fucking way that we survive. Like during my lifetime, I'm born 1965, 50% of the resources in the earth are used. Only during my lifetime. You know, and before I was alive, in 1,000 years, they didn't even use 10–15% of the resources. So how the fuck we can believe that we will be in 100 years, everybody is happy, and still drives a pickup truck with 25 liters on 100 miles? You know, it's just, it makes no sense. And I think this is also the reason why people why people are more willing to just change their lives. You know, it could be in the internet that you have like a second identity. In the internet you do strange things, or people like, we have German people, they went into Muslims now and training in Afghanistan, working for Al-Qaeda. You know, and this stuff happens because I think people are empty. And they don't feel that we have the right answers to the problems, and that nobody actually takes the real problems on. You know, and this is a bitter pill with a guy like Obama, who I was here during the whole election process and before, and the first time you had something, you listened to something and you really believed it. It was for me like this. He made me really emotional, believing that there is a power in us to change something, you know, and even if it infiltrates all of our lives. But then he came into power, and now he deals with the biggest shit on earth, because the recession came right away, you know. So he just got like the big wave came over him, and now he cannot do anything right now, and it's kind of bitter. Long answer.